Where's my
pen?
Oh no. Welcome inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School. Andrew Chapman with you on a Friday night. We are just underway as the Lady Eagles are taking on FACS. The Crusaders coming in at a slim 0-2 on the year. Jackson Christian at 9-5 and coming off a big 60-point win on Tuesday out at Ripley High. And as we get action going, Erin Baines works her way through the lane and to the cup, gets the bucket, and earns the foul. So the scoring opened up by Erin Baines. Jackson Christian's other five on the floor, Taylor Baines, along with Lily Barnes, Alana Yarborough, and Trinity Brooks rounding out the five. Shot up for Baines, can't complete the three-point play. So Baines opens the scoring on the night. FACS in town for the first time this season, and with the return home, the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles end a 4-game road trip and make their first appearance on the Eagles court in 2021. The Crusaders working it around the perimeter. Just underway on a Friday night. We're glad to have you with us streaming live on WNWS.com. Here comes a three-pointer, and it is too strong off the back of the rim. And the rebound pulled down by Taylor Baines. It is Barnes out there on the left wing. Kick outside to Baines. Yarborough working her way through the lane, floats one up, might have gotten blocked, gets the second chance, no good, and kicks it out to Brooks. Here comes a long two, and from the short corner, she's able to connect. A little 4-0 run to open things, and a whistle on the far side of the court, and a pause as a shoe needs to be laced up. Give you the starting five for FACS out there. That's Camden Thomas, one of the starters for the Crusaders. Also out there, number 13, Savannah Reed, who missed that three-pointer a moment ago. And a lob pass that is stolen away at midcourt. Yarborough tried to bounce pass it, gets the deflection, puts it up and gets fouled, and will head to the line for two shots. Destiny Giles, also one of the starting five out there for FACS. Number 23 is Akiri Farmer. And one other that we're missing. Yarborough at the line. An early 4-0 lead for the Eagles. Make it 5-0. And Courtney Conklin is the other starter out there for FACS. And Yarborough goes 2 for 2. So Baines, Brooks, and Yarborough distributing the scoring early on, each with a pair of points. Some backcourt pressure. They force away the pass. And a kick out to Taylor Baines. Fakes, creates some space, and knocks down a jumper. And a quick timeout called by FACS. An 8-0 run out of the gate for Brian Freeman and his Lady Eagles. Strong start for Jackson Christian with 5:55 to go in the quarter. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second pause here on WNWS.com.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
5:50 to go in the opening quarter. FACS needing a timeout. The Crusaders quickly down 8-0. Jackson Christian getting some distributed scoring all across the board. All 4 of 5 starters, I should say, have already either made a bucket or made some free throws. 8-0 run right out of the gate for the Lady Eagles. FACS, some struggles this year, coming off just a 16-point outing. Their last time out against TCA earlier this week. And a near sideline inbound over near the Jackson Christian bench. The Eagles again without senior guard Ava Jones tonight. Could be without Jones for a considerable amount of time after suffering a foot injury, a lower leg injury really I should say, about a week ago. Still in that walking boot. And it's been the senior Aaron Baines and others, the two freshmen, Lily Barnes and Alana Yarborough, who have had to eat up some extra minutes. Both of them, Barnes and Yarborough, with season highs on Tuesday against Ripley. Barnes led the way with a season-high 17 points. And Aaron Baines airballs a three-pointer. And it's going back the way of FACS with 5:11 to play in the quarter. Jackson Christian on top early, 8-0, and have been successful in supplying some of this backcourt pressure. That's Kendall Forrest in the game. Doesn't have anywhere to go with it. It's with Destiny Giles. She's pinned, ball deflected, and they can't get it out of the backcourt. And a foul in the backcourt. Brian Freeman didn't like that one. Aaron Baines, a slap on the wrist, and picks up her first personal foul. This has been successful. A lot of pressure applied in the backfield. Talking with some of the folks over at TCA who saw Tuesday's game against FACS. They said that was a very similar strategy that TCA executed. Backcourt pressure, creating instant turnovers, and FACS has just had a hard time getting the ball across court. And there's Trinity Brooks picking off a pass. Gonna have one defender up against her, but she finishes through contact and gets the bucket. Trinity Brooks with 4 early on. Aaron Baines steals away a pass. It's turnover central right now for FACS. And Baines going to set things back up high. Give it over to Aaron. Feet along the baseline. Barnes leads Yarborough. It looked like there might have been a foul underneath. Yarborough was kind of shoved and had the ball stolen away. On the other end, the Crusaders unable to score, and Yarborough rips away the rebound, gets it to Baines, who will bring it cross court. And Destiny Giles was able to get over and slap it out of bounds. Aaron Baines, Taylor Baines, they both check off. Here comes Hannah DeWitt for the first time tonight, along with Lexi Bell, the senior guard. Brooks working on the wing and gives up high to DeWitt. DeWitt swinging it around, far corner. Barnes going to give it right back. There is Brooks in the short corner, dribble towards the hoop, threw one up with the right hand, and a little off the mark. 3:25 to play in the opening quarter. A 10-0 run out of the gate for Jackson Christian. Here comes a 10-foot jumper, and Savannah Reed able to connect and put an end to the early scoring drought for the Crusaders. Kind of a tough shot with momentum towards the baseline, was able to stop and hit. And a foul underneath that will send Alana Yarborough to the line for the second time tonight. And I believe I might have had a little bit of a discrepancy in the roster. Number 1 for the Crusaders, Abby Baker. Yarborough able to go 1 for 1. She's now 3 for 4 from the line. Rather 1 for 2 from the line on that trip. Now 3 for 4. And a 9-point cushion for Jackson Christian as the clock ticks under 3 minutes. This game streaming live on WNWS.com. Union basketball in action tonight over on campus in Jackson. And immediately following the men's game tonight against West Alabama, we will have the boys game, the Jackson Christian boys taking on undefeated FACS on local radio. We'll be switching over to 101.5, so you can tune us in there as well tonight for the Jackson Christian boys game. And that pass goes astray, out of bounds. Finds the oncoming Jackson Christian sub, Taylor Baines, back out there for Jackson Christian. Baines back running the point. DeWitt over to Brooks. And back up high. Top of the key. Baines thought about it. Gets it right back. And Lexi Bell works her way up high to the free throw line. Yarborough kicks it out. Some triangular passing by the Eagles leads to a Trinity Brooks jumper. Halfway down, it popped out. Loose ball grabbed by Lexi Bell. Tried to find DeWitt, and the pass got knocked away. Bell was swarmed by bodies underneath and really had no option. 1:40 to go in the quarter. And FACS, after giving up 10 straight points, has been able to stall the Jackson Christian offense a bit here. Last touch by the Eagles. Crusaders basketball coming back in, Destiny Giles. And off the floor goes Abby Baker. Inbound pass to Giles. Guarded closely by Yarborough. Brooks pinned in the corner, stole it away, and able to keep it in bounds. Finds Hannah DeWitt, who crosses the timeline and leads Baines. To Brooks on the wing, might have had a look at a three, mishandled, went up towards the hoop, had the ball knocked away. There's Yarborough fighting underneath. She got double teamed though, and the ball I should say, got knocked out towards Savannah Reed. And the Crusaders working it around the perimeter. Moving along the baseline, Zakari Farmer. And knocked out of bounds, no foul though. No, there was a foul. Alana Yarborough hit with her first personal.
Jackson Christian, number 22, Alana Yarborough, her first, team second. Line shooting 2.
Well, before the free throws, Hannah DeWitt subs off. Aaron Baines back out on the floor. And Farmer will shoot a pair. First a substitute coming on for FACS as well. On goes number 12 for the Crusaders. And number 23 is Akiri Farmer steps off. So no free throws. They were lining up for 3 free throws. Aaron Baines up high to the elbow, kicks out to Taylor Baines, and the three is good. The older sister feeds the younger sister, and Taylor Bain now leads the way in scoring for Jackson Christian with 5 in the quarter. 35 seconds to go, and a 12-point lead, largest of the night for Jackson Christian. Baines with some high pressure. And 20 seconds on the clock. Knocked away, and a tie-up near the left elbow. And a jump ball. This will stay with the Crusaders on the alternating possession. 15.6 to play. And Jackson Christian has held the Crusaders to just one lone field goal by Savannah Reed. And the shot quickly put up off the inbound, an air ball. Had a pretty wide open look there from about 15 feet. Lexi Bell, as time ticks down, gets it forward to Baines, to Yarborough, puts one up underneath the hoop and gets it to fall. Time expires in the opening quarter, and Jackson Christian roaring out to a 14-point lead, 16-2 after 8 minutes tonight. Jackson Christian using all that momentum from Tuesday's win and bringing it back home. We'll be back for the second quarter after a minute pause on WNWS.com.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Underway in the second quarter, and Jackson Christian drills a three right out of the quarter break. Aaron Baines and Taylor Baines have each connected from beyond the arc today. Jackson Christian out to a game-high 17-point lead. Impressive tonight. And again, shorthanded without Ava Jones in that lineup. They have not missed a beat so far in this one. The Crusaders have not had a lot of open looks. Just one field goal so far, scored by Savannah Reed fairly late in the first quarter. Fewest points that the Jackson Christian girls have allowed in a quarter all season. The 5 on the floor for the Eagles: Bell, Aaron Baines, Taylor Baines, Lily Barnes, and Alana Yarborough. And Bell guarding along the wing. Here comes a 3 from the left side, and that is good. Nothing but nets. Zakiri Farmer hits from range. And the clock ticks under 7 minutes in the half. It's with Baines. Now Barnes going to try a 3 of her own. Unable to answer, but Yarborough pulls down the rebound, works along the baseline, triple teamed and finds Bell. Another 3 incoming, and it's off the front of the rim. Moving with some speed, Savannah Reed on the other side of the court. Lead down to 14. Crusaders able to get the three-pointer and get a stop on the other end. Lily Barnes last touched it. Was up in the grill of Destiny Giles. A couple of substitutes coming on before the inbound. Trinity Brooks back on the floor. Hannah DeWitt as well. Off goes Aaron Baines and Alana Yarborough. They'll get a breather with 6:10 to play in the half. And the inbound to the corner. Working it back up high, Camden Thomas. And we'll reset near the logo as the clock ticks to an even 6 minutes. And nobody was over there. Don't know where that pass was going. Maybe to Brian Freeman. Clapping his hands, drawing some attention over there with 5:53. Jackson Christian back with the ball. Mentioned the Trinity Christian game for FACS, a 64-16 loss. That Trinity Christian team, a good group that beat out Jackson Christian last Friday. Shot from Lily Barnes, no good. Back up high, they get it to Taylor Baines. Taylor Baines going to try from the left wing. A little short, and knocked out of bounds.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Crusaders.
Going to stay with Jackson Christian. So TCA has a good girls team this year. Again, 64-16 win, a blowout against this FACS team. FACS has also lost this year to Sacred Heart in their only other game, 67-22. So the offensive output just not there so far for the Crusaders, but they don't have that same amount of sample size of games really at this point in the season. Jackson Christian playing game number 15 on the year, been able to work through the bumps and obstacles that come during a COVID season. Here comes Lily Barnes, far corner, got it.
3 points, Lily Barnes.
Three-pointers are dropping for a second straight night. The Eagles were hitting from three-point range on Tuesday at Ripley, and they've come right back and kept it going on Friday. Barnes and the two Baines sisters each with three-pointers tonight. And it's back up to a 17-point lead. DeWitt up high, and a whistle during the shot. See if they hit Taylor Baines or DeWitt with this. They're going to hit Hannah DeWitt with the personal foul.
Jackson Christian number 3, Hannah DeWitt, her first.
Might have tugged on the jersey of Camden Thomas as she elevated for the jump shot. And the first free throw for Thomas, off the rim.
Line shooting 2, Camden Thomas.
Thomas goes 0 for 2, unable to hit on either, and Taylor Baines with the board. Kicks out to Barnes, worked through the paint, found Barnes, the shot no good, a little soft. And the clock going towards 4 minutes in the half, stolen away from behind. Taylor Baines kept it in bounds, but she threw it right off the legs of Trinity Brooks. Did her best to try and keep it in bounds. High effort play from Taylor Baines. Brian Freeman liked to see that. And a high inbound pass works its way over to the left wing, and Savannah Reed. Reed and Farmer supplying the only 5 points tonight for FACS. A 2-pointer and a 3-pointer. That's been all. And deflected, last touched by Madison Hardiman, stolen by Baines, and on the other end, Taylor Baines finishes with a right-handed layup. Taylor Baines with a team-high 7 tonight, and FACS going to talk it over. Let's take a 30-second pause of our own. Back in a sec on WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Jackson Christian leading big, a 24-15 advantage. Led 16-2 at the end of the first quarter. And the three-pointer tonight has been dropping for the Lady Eagles. 3 3-pointers, 3 for 4 altogether on the night. And the pass out of bounds, last touch by Jackson Christian. Crusaders will hold on to it in their front. Not a lot of fouls from either team either, just some close coverage, some high pressure being applied by Jackson Christian. Not all that aggressive, though. They've been able to play sturdy defense without defending. Just 3 team fouls per side so far. As we work towards 3 minutes in the half, contested shot off the bank, no good. And loose ball picked up by Abby Baker. And she's able to regather, get it up high to Farmer. And now to Camden Thomas, who resets up high. Structure the offense on the wing. Baker. Reed a pass down into the key, and they kick it back up high with Thomas, who will reset once again. I'll call it strategic passing, I guess, if you will. And Jackson Christian nearly able to knock it away. Baines still fighting for the ball, not trying to foul. Farmer comes up with it, feeds Thomas in the corner, moves into the lane, puts it up with the right hand, and committed a charge. Alana Yarborough able to slide over and obstruct Thomas, but draw the foul in the process. First personal for Thomas, 4th team foul for FACS. And substitutes coming off for Jackson Christian. It is Barnes and Aaron Baines stepping off. Back out there, Hannah DeWitt, eating up some good minutes tonight. And Lexi Bell back on the floor. Brooks in the corner. Stops at the elbow, creates space, and hits. Taylor Baines able to turn around the defender with a nice little pullback dribble, and she now has 9 in the opening half. With 1:45 to go, it's a 21-point lead, biggest of the night for Jackson Christian. Up high with Thomas. Over to the wing. Here comes a three-pointer, and it is too strong. Taylor Baines on the other end. Push the tempo, now sets back up high. And the Eagles will run the offense with Bell on the wing. And now Hannah DeWitt. All Eagles getting involved tonight. 5 of 7 players total in the score column. Rather make it 5 of 8. A little bit of a short-handed Lady Eagles team, as we mentioned, without Ava Jones. Actually 7, like I said, only 7 active players tonight. Ava Jones makes up the 8th on the roster. But 5 of 7 girls contributing tonight.
Foul on FACS number 12, Annie Baker, her first. At the line, shooting 2, Elena Yarbrough.
First shot missed by Yarbrough. Now 3 for 5 from the line. Yarbrough without a field goal tonight. At a season-high 15 her last time out. And getting ready to shoot her 6th shot. From the line. And it hung up there for a minute, bounced around. Barnes got the rebound, had her putback shot blocked. And now with 45 seconds to go, one girl hits the floor. The shot off the side of the backboard, and Lexi Bell comes up with the rebound. They cross the timeline, and a long pass to DeWitt. DeWitt, a nice feed, found a wide open Yarbrough under the hoop, and she gets fouled. Right back to the line goes Alana.
Foul on the Lady Crusaders number 20, Destiny Giles. Her first at the line, shooting 2, Elena Yarbrough.
Score update between Union City and Gleason. The ladies, 21-20, Union City leading Gleason right now at the half. We'll have some TCA updates coming in as well. And Yarbrough unable to hit either free throw. So struggling a bit from the line now. 3 for 8 is Yarbrough, been able to earn some trips to the stripe. Unable to convert though. And Bell just hit the floor hard. Ball got out of bounds. And last touched by Aaron Baines over there in front of some of the Jackson Christian boys players who are getting ready to tip off tonight against undefeated FACS. And under 20 seconds to go. Crusaders can hold on to the last shot if they want here. It's back up high. Working it through Zakiri Farmer. 5 seconds on the clock. Gonna have to put one up here with 3. Farmer passing back and forth. Here comes the heave, and don't think it was off in time. Missed the bottom of the rim, and regardless, it's just a 5-point half for FACS. Lowest scoring output that the Eagles have allowed in a half this year. They go into the break with a 21-point lead, and we go into a break of our own. We'll take a 3-minute pause here at halftime, come back for the Eagles halftime report, and give you some of the first half scoring totals for both sides. We appreciate you tuning us in and making us a part of your Friday night. You're watching Jackson Christian basketball on WNWS.com.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit, And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Welcome back inside the gym at Jackson Christian School. At the half, the Lady Eagles with a big 21-point lead, 26-5 the score, the lowest point output that the Jackson Christian defense has allowed all season. Just a 2-point quarter, 16-2 was the score at the end of the first quarter in favor of the Eagles, 26-5 as they open it up to a 21-point advantage at the half. Just the 5 points coming for the Crusaders, a 2-point output for Savannah Reed, and Zakiri Farmer was able to connect with a 3. Meanwhile, on the other side, Jackson Christian hitting 3 3-pointers, 2 of them by the Baines sisters, Erin Baines with 1, Taylor Baines with 1 as well, and Lily Barnes knocking down a triple of her own. Point totals down the board for the Eagles tonight. Lily Barnes with 3, Erin Baines with 5, Trinity Brooks has scored 4. Taylor Baines leads the way with a nice 9-point first half, and Alana Yarborough with 3 of her own. We mentioned some scores coming in from across West Tennessee tonight. ECS and TCA over at TCA tied in a tight one tonight. They are tied at 27, the girls against Evangelical. And meanwhile, also an update coming in from Union City and Gleason. Union City right now leading Gleason 21-20 at the half. We'll have updates on the boys' action, the rest of the girls' action, I should say, and the boys' action tonight as well from those high school programs across West Tennessee. A reminder that our broadcast tonight is brought to you by our great sponsors at News Talk 1015. Tonight's Jackson Christian Eagles action is brought to you by House of Hair, King Jewelers, Toyo's Clinic, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto, McDonald's, Reliable Lawn Care and Landscaping, Mitchell's Body Shop, Jackson State Community College, Mac Pest Control, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail, Sarah of Jackson, Lifeline Voice Data, Kaufman's Furniture, Appliance, Bedding and Outdoor, and Roberts Jewelers bringing you tonight's action. We'll go ahead and take another pause here on the halftime show and come back in another 3 minutes to set the stage for you in the second half. Jackson Christian with 60 points on Tuesday in their win over Ripley, and they're rolling right now on pace to score 52. The offense been rolling all week long for the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles. After a short skid, they are well on their way to winning game number 10 on the year and improving to 10-5. Hope you'll hang with us for the second half of action coming up in about 3.5 minutes. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. I'm Andrew Chapman. This has been the Jackson Eagles Halftime Report. You're watching Lady Eagles basketball on WNWS.com.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics. The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, Hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
Welcome back inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School. Second half action underway, and the Eagles enjoying a 21-point lead. I'm Andrew Chapman. It's glad to have you with us on a Friday night. Just 20 seconds into it, and a foul underneath it will send Savannah Reed to the line. FACS with just 2 field goals in the first half, as the Eagles locked down for just 5 points given up. Reed with one of those field goals, and she's able to drop in the first free throw. Zakiri Farmer, the other Crusader, who was able to hit a 3-pointer in the first half. And a 26-6 20-point lead for Jackson Christian. Aaron Baines out on the floor along with Taylor Baines. Yarborough, Brooks, and Barnes round out the starting 5 for Brian Freeman in the second half. And there is a turnover by Jackson Christian. Meanwhile, for FACS, Destiny Giles out on the floor along with Camden Thomas. Savannah Reed, who we saw at the line a moment ago out there, Zakiri Farmer, and Abby Baker, the 5 for FACS. Here's Farmer, guarded by Baines, nearly got a hand on it, feed down low. Bank shot no good. Loose ball is grabbed by Taylor Baines, pinned in the corner. Didn't dribble out of bounds, but she traveled. Took too many steps trying to keep her balance along the baseline. And with 6:55 to play in the third, it's Crusaders basketball. Chance to cut the lead under 20. Pass goes up high to Farmer. And swatted away by Yarborough. Double team off of the inbound. Brooks applies pressure. Forces along the baseline, but Camden Thomas able to work through some traffic and connect for her first bucket of the game. Aaron Baines to put the Eagles back up by 20. Couldn't get it to go. And it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Trinity Brooks. So Jackson Christian without a bucket in the first 2 minutes of the second half. And the Crusaders trying to inch their way back. And it's a 5-0 run to start the second half for the Crusaders. Destiny Giles with her first bucket. And Trinity Brooks working it up the floor. Working against a defender into the key. Knocked away. Aaron Baines cleans it up. And they give back up high to Taylor Baines. Had that knocked away. And some tight defense played by the Crusaders out of the half. And a nice little applause from their hometown crowd that's traveled out here, and Brian Freeman wants to talk it over. Sluggish start for the Eagles in the second half. Let's take a 30-second pause on WNWS.com.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Out of the halftime break, the FACS Crusaders have put together a 5-0 run to cut a 21-point deficit down to 16. Brian Freeman not liking what he's seeing out of his squad in the first couple of minutes here of the third quarter, so he talks it over, going to make some adjustments and try and keep his Eagles with a friendly cushion here in the second half. Trinity Brooks had a shot blocked. Yarborough in the right spot to clean it up, and it hangs on the rim, and she gets two. Alana Yarborough with 5. Her first bucket of the game is also 3 for 8 from the free throw line. Abby Baker throws up a 17-footer. High bounce back. It's grabbed by Lily Barnes. Brooks lost the ball on the floor. Yarborough able to save it, get it back to Brooks, pulls up for a jumper, and it got airballed. Might have been tipped as she raised to the hoop. And with 4:55 on the clock, ball out of bounds. Jackson Christian will keep it in their front court. And Brooks to inbound underneath the hoop. Up high it goes to Taylor Baines. Over to Aaron, gonna try a 3. Off the back of the rim, and Barnes with the offensive board. Aaron gives up high to Taylor with 4:40 to play in the third quarter. Jackson Christian managing to put an end to the 5-0 run with the Yarborough bucket, and Trinity Brooks can't get the 3 to go. And it'll stay with the Eagles. Aaron Baines moving towards the key, at the elbow. Barnes gonna try a jumper, yes. Lily Barnes, who hit a 3-pointer in the first half, now has 5 on the night. Well-distributed scoring all throughout. At least 4 girls on the team right now with 5 points. Taylor Baines still leading the way with 9. And Camden Thomas listening to the Crusaders head coach, set the offense, block out some orders, and Aaron Baines playing some tight defense along the 3-point line. Farmer, a feed into the key, put up by Giles off the left side of the rim, nearly fell down, no good. Crusaders get it back, Giles from straight away, and down it goes. Destiny Giles connects for a triple. Second three-pointer tonight for FACS, and Giles leads the way in scoring with 5 Crusaders points. Aaron Baines going to try and answer on the other side. Can't. Barnes with another offensive rebound. Baines underneath the hoop. Going to reverse it and gets it. Nice basket awareness from Aaron Baines, who looked like she was considering a pass outside, but opted to go right to the rim. Aaron Baines guarding up high against Savannah Reed. Reed with 3 points, hit a three-pointer in the first half. Now along the baseline, floater, too strong, over top of the rim. Ripping it away, Taylor Baines, a jump ball, and this goes the way of Jackson Christian on the alternating possession with 2:22 to play in the third quarter. And Lexi Bell and Hannah DeWitt step back on the floor. Off goes Barnes and Baines, Aaron Baines. Taylor Baines quickly brings it up the floor, finds Yarborough. She comes together with Giles, and a collision results in the personal foul on the Crusaders center, Destiny Giles, her first personal foul. So Yarborough will shoot 2, her 5th trip to the free throw line tonight. And she gets that one to go down. So Yarborough sinks 1 of 2. Still a loose ball. Lexi Bell saves it, but nobody there for Jackson Christian to pull it in. Alana Yarborough now 4 for 10 from the free throw line in 5 trips. Bounce pass, quick shot. Giles no good. Rebound grabbed by Reed, and she can't get the second shot. Empty trip for the Crusaders, back up to a 20-point lead for the Eagles. DeWitt, three-pointer incoming, no good, it's swirled out. And quickly on the other end, Thomas all the way to the hoop, gets slapped on the arm, and they will hit Hannah DeWitt with a foul. That three-pointer coming off the rim kind of led Thomas perfectly towards midcourt. The rebound put her in a spot where she could burn everybody up the floor and nearly went uncontested to the hoop. And DeWitt had to turn on the afterburners to catch up with her. Taylor Baines and Brooks off the floor. Back on Aaron Baines. Lexi Bell returns. And both shots don't fall, but Lily Barnes falls to the floor. That was a little awkward. Fell to the floor and just lost the ball after coming up with the rebound, and a little slow to get up here. So Brian Freeman out there to check up on Lily Barnes, who's testing out that left ankle, it seems like, or left lower leg. Yeah, kind of a awkward situation. You can tell she's in a little bit of pain as she limps off the floor. It was, I should say, an awkward kind of fall as she pulled down the rebound, and then that left leg just sort of folded under her. And she's going to work her way right on over to the locker room, but good to see her mostly able to walk off under her own power, but hindered by that leg injury. We mentioned how they've already lost Ava Jones at this point in the season, shorthanded, just 7 active players on the roster coming into tonight. So now Taylor Baines, the only player on the roster, and Jackson Christian going to have to go the rest of the way with 6 players. Aaron Baines gets the bucket. She now has 7. And there's under a minute to go in the third quarter. Three-pointer from the right wing is buried by Zachary Farmer. third three-pointer tonight for FACS. And they put together a solid third quarter. 13 points after scoring just 5 in the opening half. Under 20 to go. And the pass to Yarborough got knocked away. Bell was in the area, and it's last touched by the Crusaders. So the Eagles will hold on to it with 14.1 to play. And it's actually not Jackson Christian ball. Last touched by the Eagles. So, like I said, Lexi Bell was in the area right over there in front of the bench. I think she was the last one to touch it. Thomas brings it up the court. And there's under 5 seconds to go. FACS going to have to throw up a shot. It's Madison Hardiman, and they don't get it up in time. Had plenty of time to throw one up, and FACS opted to hold on to it a little too late. But they put together a nice third quarter. They outscored Jackson Christian 13-9 and cut into the lead. On we go to the final 8 minutes. You're watching Jackson Christian Lady Eagles basketball on WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
FACS gets the opening bucket of the fourth quarter, and they've cut it down to a 15-point game. Outscored the Eagles 13-9 in the third after just 5 points in the first half. The Eagles also now really shorthanded as Lily Barnes suffered a lower leg injury in the fourth quarter. But as I say that, Lily Barnes emerges from the team locker room still with a little bit of a limp, favoring that right leg. It was the left leg that folded under her in the third quarter, going for a rebound. And we'll see if she rests the rest of the night, but good to see her walk back and sit down on the bench under her own power. Elena Yarborough at the line. Misses another one. She's 4 for 11 tonight from the free throw line, still trying to find that shot, and that one is too strong. So she comes up empty from the charity stripe. And Savannah Reed with it. Gives back up high. Nearly a backcourt as Thomas lost it. And trying to get away from pressure by Brooks. Taylor Baines picks her up. A double team. Forces an errant pass, and Alana Yarborough picks it off at midcourt. On the other end, she splits a defender and finishes at the rim. Alana Yarborough with a crafty finish between defenders. Now has 8 on the evening. Let's take a 30-second pause with 7:05 to play. And the Eagles looking for win number 10 on WNWS.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson, or online at Old Country.
Brian Freeman using every last second of the timeout to talk things over with the Lady Eagles. Alana Yarborough scoring moments ago to give her 8 on the night. Taylor Baines still leads the Eagles in scoring with 9. And with 7:05 to play, the Eagles out in front by 17. The inbound goes to the left wing, and a pass is sent forward and not converted on the other end, but a block by Yarbrough, which will send Savannah Reed to the stripe for Alana Yarbrough, her second personal foul.
Line shooting 2, Savannah Reed.
Reed hits her first. Zakiri Farmer still leading the way in scoring for the Crusaders with 6. And that second shot, a high arcing free throw, is plopped down, and Reed goes 2 for 2. And Giles steals it away. Credit FACS for not going away. It was a 21-point lead at the half as Taylor Baines sends a running layup through the hoop. Into double digits, Taylor Baines with 11. But trailing by 21 at the half, they've outscored Jackson Christian in the fourth quarter. And with 6:33 to play and pressure in the backcourt, FACS going to take a timeout. We'll take another 30 on WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at macpestcontrol.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
.6:33 to play on a Friday night at Jackson Christian High School. Andrew Chapman welcoming you back inside the gym. We appreciate you tuning in on WNWS.com. Jackson Christian has been outscored in the second half, but still lead by 15. It's Crusaders basketball on the far sideline. And the Eagles, who've had some success tonight with pressure in the backcourt, unable to keep it back there as the Crusaders advance the ball across the timeline. And Savannah Reed sets the offense. Taylor Baines guarding over there on the wing at the free throw line. Abby Baker dribbles out of pressure and circles back up high. Reed to the hoop. Gets fouled. I think Aaron Baines will be hit with a shove or a slap on the wrist is what they'll say. Aaron Baines with her second personal foul. The Eagles can hold on and get their 10th win of the season. They'll turn their sights to Sacred Heart, who they play this upcoming Tuesday on the road. And then another game on the road at Evangelical ECS on Friday, January 22nd. And Reed goes 1 for 2. Taylor Baines gets the rebound and gets hit to the floor. That was actually Lexi Bell who's on the floor. And with 6 minutes to play, Trinity Brooks dribbled out of bounds, got pressured along the sideline. And Jackson Christian turns it over. So it's been a lot of basketball on the road recently for these Lady Eagles. With next week's 2 road games, as that shot is good. With next week's 2 road games, I should say, to pick up on that thought, that'll be 6 of 7 games on the road for the Lady Eagles. But right now, they've turned the ball over again. The lead down to 14 after the 2-point shot was hit. And FACS able to advance the ball. They get it to Baker, who's double-teamed along the corner, hits the floor, and a traveling call as Baker trying to force her way back up. Aaron Baines was hovering, on top of her and really gave her no options. Under 5:30 to play, and it's with Lexi Bell. Lily Barnes unlikely to play for the rest of this game after an injury in the third quarter. And a block, swatted out of bounds, but no foul. And a baseline inbound upcoming for the Eagles. 5:18 to play, goes up high. Aaron Baines from straight away, hit it. Erin Baines hits her second three-pointer of the night and now has 10. The Baines sisters leading the way tonight. Taylor with 11, Erin with 10. 21 of the Eagles' 42 points and a travel as Trinity Brooks tried to save the ball from going out of bounds. And even 5 minutes on the clock. And knocked out of bounds by Trinity Brooks. FACS has made some adjustments where they've just been heaving it towards midcourt and avoiding any of the backcourt pressure that Jackson Christian was able to get some turnovers off of in the first half. They're not holding on to the ball. They're just kind of quarterbacking it across midfield, and it's helped their offense on the other side. And a long three-pointer, no good. Brooks last touched it, flies into the empty seats, but couldn't save it. Goes out of bounds, and the Crusaders will hold on to it here. Baseline feed, shot got thrown up, and it'll stay with the Crusaders. Really have to give credit to FACS after scoring just 5 points in the first half. They have made adjustments, put up 20 in the second half already, and we still have more than half this fourth quarter to go. Lexi Bell able to supply enough pressure to obstruct the shot, and on the other end, Taylor Baines will circle back up towards midcourt and work against Abby Baker. Baines with a fake, Euro steps along the baseline and gets the layup off the glass. Nifty to move by Erin Baines, and she's overtaken Taylor for the team lead tonight, 12 points. Baker pushing the tempo all the way to the hoop. Yarborough hit the floor. Second chance is no good. And Taylor Baines with the rebound and a foul. Savannah Reed trying to slow down the transition.
FACS number 13, Savannah Reed.
Slap Taylor Baines.
Team third.
Aaron, a feed to Yarborough, opens up a shot, air ball, and the rebound grabbed by Giles. Camden Thomas pushes it up the floor. Reed has it knocked away. Last touch by Erin Baines. And Hannah DeWitt back out on the floor. She'll take Aaron off, who looks a little bit gassed, take a breather. And the Eagles short-handed. Just 6 girls available now after Lily Barnes suffered a lower leg injury in the third quarter. Was able to walk off under her own power, though, so that was good to see, and has walked back to the bench and is hanging out down there with Erin Baines. Farmer, and over the top pass to Giles, a foul, and Giles finishes plus the foul. Three-point chance, doesn't work out for Giles, but it's down to a 17-point lead, and Taylor Baines off the feed, puts it up and in. Taylor Baines with 13. It's a scoring battle right now between Aaron and Taylor. Taylor with 13, Aaron with 12, and Brooks on the other end, trying to get a shot of her own. She gets fouled shoulder to shoulder with Zakiri Farmer, and Trinity Brooks, who's been relatively quiet tonight with no second half points and just 4 altogether, will head to the line. It's one area, though, I would say we've seen Jackson Christian and this girls team develop over the midpoint of the season, is that they were very reliant on big scoring nights from Trinity Brooks in the early portion of the season. She'd be in the high teens seemingly every night. But as we saw on Tuesday, Alana Yarborough, Lily Barnes, the freshmen contributing with season-high games, and today it's been the Baines sisters. So well-distributed scoring altogether, taking some of the pressure off of Trinity Brooks. And overall, making this Lady Eagles team a more well-shaped offense. 2:55 to play. And now it's Yarborough at the line. And she doesn't get that one. Yarborough 4 of 13 from the free throw line tonight. I think I know what she'll be working on in the gym this week. And Yarborough comes up empty. Along the baseline, Brooks able to float one over the defender and get her second bucket of the game. She now has 6. And Brooks got in the way of that pass. Giles quickly going to check in. Abby Baker as well. And a couple of FACS players coming off the floor. Madison Hardiman, one of them. 2:35 to play. And Jackson Christian has pushed the score back up to 21 where it was at halftime. Farmer able to gather, puts it off the glass, no good. Giles got fouled, threw it up, and won. Second chance at a three-point play for Destiny Giles. Leads the team with 9 points tonight. And this time around, she gets the three-point try. 25-point half for FACS after just 5 in the first. Taylor Baines going to hang out near the logo and let some time tick down as we move towards 2 minutes in this one. Boys action to immediately follow tonight's game. You can hear that game on local radio immediately following the conclusion of Union basketball tonight against West Alabama. The boys taking on an undefeated FACS team that comes in tonight at 7-0. Eagles letting that clock tick down, and it is Hannah DeWitt who bounce passes back up towards midcourt with Taylor Baines. And Lexi Bell fending off Farmer and hits the floor after the shove in the back from Abby Baker.
Crusaders number 1, Abby Baker. Her second, team 6.
Aaron Baines, a give outside to Trinity Brooks, and she'll reset back up high. Come off the Taylor Baines screen and give over to Aaron. Just 1:10 to play. So Jackson Christian dribbling out the clock with an 18-point lead. Are set to improve to 10-5, a tie-up at midcourt between Baker and Baines. And a timeout taken by FACS as we move down the stretch with 1:01 to play in the quarter. The Baines sisters leading the way tonight for Jackson Christian. They've combined for 25 points of the 48. Big night for Aaron and Taylor. Jackson Christian looking to close it out when we return in 30 seconds on WNWS.com.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
.101 to play in regulation, and Jackson Christian trying to dribble out some of the clock. A bounce pass feed to Yarborough underneath the hoop, rims out, gets the deflection, and a foul underneath. And a 1-and-1 upcoming for Alana Yarborough, the 7th team foul for the Crusaders. Giles checks in. And Yarborough a chance to try and find that free throw shot here late. And the first of a 1-and-1 is good. So Yarborough like to see one of those drop, her 5th made free throw tonight. Rest of the Jackson Christian girls will drop back, get ready to defend. Second shot no good, so Yarborough goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. All told tonight, she has been putting up shots from the line, at least getting there. 5 of 16 altogether. But always helpful when you can get some of those extra opportunities, and Yarborough's been there a lot tonight. 35 to go. And Farmer guarded up high near the logo by Bell. Baines eyeing down Thomas. Now a three-pointer. No good. Giles, the rebound. The put back won't go. And a turnover underneath the hoop. Giles taken off the floor. 19.8 to play. And a 19-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Lead pass goes the way of Taylor Baines. Works through Abby Baker, and Baker ripped her on the arm. And we'll send Taylor Baines to the line with 14.9 to play. For FACS, looking at their schedule going forward, they have a game scheduled a couple of Tuesdays from now for Jackson Christian. These two sides will see each other once again, but on the road at FACS on February 9th. That's a Tuesday. The Lady Eagles will head on out west. And as Taylor Baines hits both free throws, the Jackson Christian boys team begins to emerge from the tunnel, getting ready to take on the undefeated boys. And a three-pointer falls for Farmer. 9 points for Farmer. Time expires, and this ball game is over. An admirable effort put together by FACS in the second half as they put up 28 points after scoring just 5 in the opening half. But the Jackson Christian Eagles, thanks to their big halftime lead, cruise to a 51-33 win on a Saturday night here in the gym at Jackson Christian. Leading scorers tonight, Taylor Baines winds up winning the scoring battle between the Baines sisters. She finishes with 15 after hitting those late free throws. Aaron Baines, the second high in points tonight with 12. Lana Yarborough also put together a solid game with 9 on the day. Trinity Brooks, a little quiet for her tonight, but the rest of the offense had her back and subsidized elsewhere. 6 points for Brooks, and Lily Barnes with 5 of her own. You do hope, though, that Barnes is able to come back quick after suffering that injury in the third quarter. With Ava Jones out as well, that would leave the Lady Eagles with just a mere 6 active players going into next week's game. 2 games on the road against Sacred Heart and Evangelical ECS. So the Lady Eagles got to try and get healthy, but right now they've won 2 in a row, a 2-0 week, and they're now 10-5 on the season. For FACS tonight, it was Destiny Giles leading the way with a team-high 9. Zakiri Farmer, in fact, also tying her with 9 points tonight. Savannah Reed contributing 6, and Camden Thomas with 2 of her own. The boys have taken the floor here at the gym at Jackson Christian High School, and we're excited to bring you tonight's first tip action. We will be switching over to local radio immediately following the conclusion of tonight's action over at Union University between the Bulldogs and West Alabama. So make sure to catch us on local radio if you can't tune us in online. But we'll have tonight's video feed coming up in about 8.5 minutes on WNWS.com and then on radio 101.5 FM. Let's take a 5-minute break, and then we will return, set the lineups for you, and get you set for the Eagles and the Crusaders. Round 2 as the boys take the floor. You're watching Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics. The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, Hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner, to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger...
Welcome inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School as we get you set for our nighttime matchup between FACS and the boys of Jackson Christian. The Eagles against the Crusaders, a battle against the undefeated Crusaders. And we're glad to have you aboard on WNWS.com, streaming live from Jackson Christian School. I'm Andrew Chapman. Thanks so much again for making us a part of your Friday night. If you missed the girls' action moments ago, the Lady Eagles able to jump out to a big 26-5 lead in the first half. They gave up a season low 5 points in the first half, but then First Assembly Christian able to come back and put up 28 points in the second half. The Eagles able to hold on, though, to the big cushion. They got outscored by 3 in the second, but go on to win by 18. 51-33 the final. Got some other scores to report to you as well. We were watching the Gleason Union City score and getting some live updates from there. Gleason winds up winning 52-50 on what I'm told is a thriller in the final seconds of that game. So Gleason ends up getting the win over Union City, and out at TCA, the girls put up 67 points against ECS. That game was tied 27-27 at the half, and TCA goes on to outscore ECS by nearly 20. 19-point differential there in the second half of play, and TCA cruises to another win. So here tonight, the Jackson Christian boys getting set. They are coming off a tough loss on Tuesday out at Ripley High School, where the boys were up by 6 points in the final couple of minutes or so. Ripley was able to get within a couple of free throws. The point guard at the time for Ripley High School had missed 7 straight shots from the line. He went to the free throw line again, trailing by 1. 47-46 was the score. Jackson Christian on top, and the Ripley High point guard able to hit a free throw to tie the game with 6 seconds left in regulation. And in overtime, the Jackson Christian boys ran into foul trouble. They had 3 players, Cameron Manners, Peyton Tinsley, and Will Sisko, all foul out of Tuesday's game, along with Birch Weems as well. So without a big chunk of their starters and Birch Weems off the bench, they were just unable to keep pace with Ripley in overtime and wound up falling 61-51, the final score. Last Friday night, JCS able to get a win, though, against Trinity Christian. They beat out the Trinity Christian boys by 20, 64-44, and come into tonight's game just like the ladies did at 9-5, and looking for their 10th win of the season. So that sets the stage for tonight. FACS, though, on the other side, they come in with a unblemished record, 7-0. In fact, the TSSAA recent AP poll has First Assembly ranked as the number 2 team in the state in Division II Class A, just below CPA by a mere 2 points in the total vote. So this is a true test, maybe the biggest test of the season for the Jackson Christian boys as they get ready to take on First Assembly. And quick correction, Jackson Christian, the boys coming in at 9-6 after that loss to Ripley on Tuesday, that overtime loss, but are in fact looking for a win number 10 like the ladies just got tonight. The starting 5, look down on the court, bring those to you. Pretty standard when it comes to Jackson Christian. The big goal, try and keep those starters throughout the entire game tonight and try and avoid some of that foul trouble. The 5 on the floor, though, for Kyle Teichman, Aaron Smith, along with Dylan Arnold, Will Sisko, the senior, along with Peyton Tinsley and Cameron Manners, fellow seniors. The Eagles led by Kyle Teichman. The assistant coaches, Drew Pirtle and Antoine Long. The 5 on the floor for FACS. Let's get you those guys as well. Daniel Egbenuli, he's the big center, number 25. Also out there on the floor is number 11, Corey Savage, number 1, Kobe Wilkes, number 4, Josh Ward, and number 3, Elijah Rogers round out the 5. The two big men meet at midcourt. FACS gets the tip, and off we go on a Friday night as Jackson Christian going to try and take down the undefeated Crusaders. A reminder that tonight's game will be switching over to News Talk 101.5 FM immediately following the conclusion of Union University's game tonight against West Alabama. But right now we're coming to you live via video stream on WNWS.com. Both feeds available tonight once we switch to radio. In the lane, a kick out to the corner. Jackson Christian able to keep the Crusaders up high in the lane. A left-handed layup off the glass falls for Kobe Wilkes. And Wilkes opens the scoring tonight. Smith kicks out to Tinsley in the corner. A feed to Manners. Turnaround, left-handed short shot, no good. Falling out of bounds. Crusaders save it. And they bring it into the front court. On the other end of the court, high floater won't go. It was a contested shot. Dylan Arnold in transition. Had the ball stripped away. And last touched by Arnold. It looked like TJ Thomas might have been the guy that got a hand on it, but I'll say it was last touched by Arnold. Minute and a half into tonight's action. Light crowd here at the gym tonight. Just immediate family members for these players. Due to COVID protocols, 6:30 to play in the first and a turnover. And Josh Ward playing Dylan Arnold tight in the backcourt. And Arnold able to get it across the timeline. Cisco moving with the left hand, a feed out to Tinsley. Lead pass to Cameron Manners, and he got hit from behind. Josh Ward contested the shot. Good vision by Peyton Tinsley to lead Manners to the hoop, and he'll shoot two.
Number 4, Crusaders, Josh Ward.
And Manners can't get the first. So Manners goes 1 for 2. Some defense and some turnovers early on for both sides. Low scoring out of the gate, 2-1 if you're just joining us. The girls winning by 18 in tonight's game to get their 10th win of the season. The boys also looking for win number 10, coming in tonight at 9-6. And a whistle down low and a travel call against the big man, Daniel Egbenuli. Dylan Arnold coming off a high screen from Manners. Aaron Smith going to work along the baseline, gets obstructed. And back up high to Dylan Arnold. Will Cisco tried to cut through the lane, nothing there. Manners sets a screen and a turnover. Someone got hit with a 5-second in the key, I believe. So Corey Savage brings it up the court and hands off to Josh Ward. Ward feeds into the corner. Will Cisco some tight D. Kick out to the wing. Wide open look, and it is good. Toilet bowl three-pointer knocked down by TJ Thomas. And the first three-pointer dropped tonight from either side. And Dylan Arnold, some extra pressure. Two men in the backcourt. Gives to Tinsley, and there's Manners with some help. Manners works off a double team, feeds Aaron Smith on the loop around. And a bounce pass looking for Peyton Tinsley down low is stolen away by Thomas. And on the other end, with two men in his face, Thomas can't get a layup to go. And it is going to stay with FACS, knocked out of bounds. Peyton Tinsley going to take a breather. Eagles go to their bench for the first time, and Birch Weems on the floor. Inbound goes up high from under the hoop, top of the key. Josh Ward working against Dylan Arnold. A feed over to the left wing. It's with Kobe Wilkes. Will Cisco on him, back up high towards midcourt. Now in the far corner, Savage gives to the big man. Short shot, no good. And back in the corner, three-pointer on the second try. That won't go. FACS gets another rebound. It's Ward, and under the hoop, he's uncontested. He feeds it in with the left hand. And offensive rebounds keeping that possession alive for the Crusaders. An early 7-1 lead for them. And Will Cisco with the feed from Aaron Smith along the baseline, goes underneath the hoop, loops around, and gets the bucket. 3:45 to play in the opening quarter. A 4-point lead early on for FACS. And it's on the right wing with Josh Ward. Dribbles into the key, kicks into the corner. Egbenyuli, he swirls one in. Two three-pointers in the opening quarter for the Crusaders. And Dylan Arnold slips, hits the deck right in front of his own sideline, and the ref will say he last touched it. FACS has been double-teaming Dylan Arnold this entire quarter in the backcourt. And it's been gassing the Jackson Christian point guard a little bit. So FACS with the ball, nearly stolen away on a cross-perimeter pass, and last touched by Kobe Wilkes. Will Cisco was able to step into the passing lane. He deflected the ball, and then it last touched Wilkes on its way out of bounds. So back with Jackson Christian. The Eagles moving from left to right across your radio dial, and Dylan Arnold working now at the top of the key. He gives to Manners at the elbow and feeds Will Cisco. Cisco guarded by Ward. And now a feed off to Arnold. Dribbling between the legs, finds Aaron Smith in the far side corner. Birch Weems now on the wing, leads Cisco to the bucket. A dribble, a shot underneath the bucket. He got blocked. He got blocked by the FACS center, and on the other end, it's with TJ Thomas. A feed to Ward, he works into the key, kicks it back out to the left wing, and driving to the hoop, Thomas got fouled, shoved. He threw one up last second and will go to the line and shoot two shots. And they'll say actually didn't get the shot off in time, so just a baseline inbound underneath the hoop with 2:20 to play in the quarter. 10-3 lead for the Crusaders early on. Jackson Christians looked all right defensively. They've been able to obstruct some passes, get in the way of some lanes, and block some shots, but nothing going for them on the offensive side so far. And a kick out to the right wing, a man open, and a near air ball clanked off the backboard, didn't hit any of the rim. That was Josh Ward putting up the shot. And Birch Weems in the Jackson Christian front court feeds Will Cisco, dribbles over to the free throw line and gives back up high with Dylan Arnold. Cisco pops out high to the right wing. Aaron Smith over there to help him. And a feed to Cameron Manners leads him to the hoop. Contested shot, kind of a left-hand hook shot, and was off the left side of the rim. Egbenyuli feeds Savage along the baseline, and he puts it high off the glass for two. Corey Savage with his first bucket. All five FACS starters now in the point tally. And in the backcourt, Birch Weems was receiving a pass from Dylan Arnold. He got knocked to the floor. A foul whistled against Kobe Wilkes. His first personal, second team foul. Cameron Manners, after eating up a big chunk of minutes here in the first quarter, subs off. Peyton Tinsley back out on the floor. Dylan Arnold brings it into the front court. Aaron Smith with it on the left wing. He gives to Will Cisco. Cuts towards the lane, opens up Weems on the far side corner. Shot was no good. He tried a three. And on the other end, Egbenyuli, he is along the baseline. Feeds Savage on the wing. Three-pointer doesn't fall. And with under 50 seconds to go, Jackson Christian pushing the tempo on the other end. pull-up from the free throw line, and Dylan Arnold gets it to go. Little stop and jump shot that opened up some space for Arnold. He has his first 2 points, down to a 7-point lead with 30 seconds to play in our opening quarter on a Friday night at Jackson High. 12-7 the score, and Dylan Arnold near midcourt along the sideline hits it out of the hands of Ward and out of bounds. FACS will retain, and we welcome in Danier Brooks as Will Cisco checks out. Brooks on the floor, the senior guard, who hit a couple of three-pointers last Friday at TCA. Near midcourt, Josh Ward eyeing down Dylan Arnold, going to let the clock tick under 10 and set the offense. It is TJ Thomas working along the right side of the key, and he traveled. Peyton Tinsley was able to pick him up on the strong dribble towards the hoop, force him outside, and he took too many steps. With 1.8 to go, we'll see if Aaron Smith wants to heave it. He does. He gets it off in time. Long shot, 3/4, no good. 3/4 of the court. It had the distance, just not the accuracy. Through one quarter, Jackson Christian's offense looking to get going against a stingy Crusaders D. 12-5 the score. We're back in a minute. You're watching Jackson Christian boys basketball on WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Out of the quarter break, Dylan Arnold and the Eagles put up a short shot from 15 feet. Doesn't go, and on the other end, a layup converted by Josh Ward, his second field goal, and the lead right back up to 9 points. So on the other end, Dylan Arnold feeds Danier Brooks, nearly lost a singed pass, and it's back up to the top of the key with Aaron Smith, and he is dispossessed, stolen away by Ward. On the other end, a Euro step, splits a couple of defenders, gets blocked by the bottom of the rim, but Daniel Egbenuli, he cleans it up and puts it off the glass. Quick little 4-0 run out of the quarter break, and Jackson Christian wants to reset. Kyle Teichman takes the timeout. It's an 11-point game, 16-5 FACS. Let's take a 30-second pause on WNWS.com.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Back inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School. Back inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School, the Eagles tried a three-pointer with Aaron Smith. They came up empty, and on the other end, FACS had the ball knocked out of bounds. Crusaders will hold on to it in their front. Now joining you on 101.5, we welcome in a new audience on News Talk 101.5, a 16-5 lead for FACS. And they put up a three from the right wing, and TJ Thomas hits it. Crusaders have opened up a big 19-5 lead, 14-point cushion here early on in the second quarter. 6:30 to play in the first half. And on the other end, it's Dylan Arnold. The Eagles in their home white and blue uniforms working from left to right across your radio dial. Peyton Tinsley tried a three-pointer from the far corner, didn't go. Lead pass underneath the hoop, and a bounce pass now leading Josh Ward through the lane. He lost the handle. And FACS turns it over. Rarely have we seen them turn the ball over tonight. Jackson Christian's lone scorers tonight, Dylan Arnold and Will Cisco, who each have a field goal. Cameron Manners, who's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Arnold feeds Tinsley down in the key. He was triple teamed and fouled as he tried to elevate to the hoop, and will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. This Jackson Christian Eagles team coming in at 9-6, looking for win number 10 on the year after a loss on Tuesday at Ripley High. As for FACS, a perfect 7-0, ranked as the number 2 team in the state in Division II Class A. And a tie-up at midcourt after the missed free throws. And with 5:55 to play in the opening half, it's back with FACS, and the Crusaders enjoying a 14-point lead early. Danier Brooks on the floor, along with Smith, Arnold, Tinsley, and Cameron Manners, the 5 for Kyle Teichman's team. Josh Ward near midcourt, being guarded up high, top of the key by Danier Brooks. Tried a crossover dribble. Brooks knocked it away, but regathered by FACS. It is Kobe Wilkes up high. Crusaders swinging it around the perimeter. It's on the right wing. Now back up to the top of the key with TJ Thomas. He's going to try a long 3 over top of Peyton Tinsley, and he got it. Boy, that was an NBA range 3, nearly 30 feet. And TJ Thomas lights out right now. He's hit back-to-back 3-pointers for the Crusaders and leads them in scoring with 9. And in midcourt, a pass nearly stolen away by Josh Ward, but he shoved Dylan Arnold and will be hit with a reach-in personal foul, his second. 22-5 game. And you knew this was going to be a tough challenge for the Eagles, taking on undefeated FACS, one of the best teams in the state this year. First time they've found themselves in a deficit like this early in the game. Going to have some fight down the stretch tonight. Cameron Manners along the baseline, spin move, and he got rejected. The big man, Daniel Egbenuli, he swatted him. They get it to Aaron Smith underneath, and that is missed. The layup missed, but Smith got fouled. They hit number 1, Colby Wilkes, with his second personal foul. It's going to be not a shooting foul. Baseline inbound for Danier Brooks underneath the hoop, and they give to Aaron Smith along the right side wing. Smith gets a feed from Tinsley, and a travel. Smith got the feed perfectly. It was laced in there by Tinsley, but Smith took one too many steps trying to go to the bucket. Andrew Chapman with you from the gymnasium here at Jackson Christian High School. A long 4-game road trip coming to an end for the Eagles. Their first game on home hardwood in 2021. In the mid-range area, a double dribble by Kobe Wilkes. He turned the ball over after Danier Brooks was applying some pressure. With 4:13 to play in the first half, FACS out in front 22-5. They've opened up a big lead thanks to 9 points from TJ Thomas. Birch Weems has checked onto the floor, and off goes Danier Brooks. Also back out there, Will Cisco, the big small forward. Peyton Tinsley at the right elbow, going to try a right-handed hook shot. No good. Couple of Crusaders fight for the rebound. They come down with it. And on the other end, in quick transition, a Euro step. Elijah Rogers got hit to the floor. There was no foul called, surprisingly. Aaron Smith kind of came flying in there and knocked Rogers to the floor, but there was no whistle. And it is Jackson Christian basketball off the missed shot. 3:40 to play in the second quarter, and Dylan Arnold gets a feed from Weems at the top of the key. He comes off a screen from Manners, dribbles with the left hand, and now gives to Cisco up high. Cisco guarded closely by the tall TJ Thomas, And now he puts up a shot, but a whistle is blown. Feed went to Arnold. He hit a three-pointer from straight away, but an illegal screen is called on the left side wing. They tag Will Cisco with that. And with 3:27 to play in the half, Aaron Smith checks back onto the floor. Peyton Tinsley off. And it's Egbenuli driving into the lane. A baseline feed and a finish by Josh Mason, his first points of the game. It's now a 24-5 lead for the Crusaders. Jackson Christian just trying to muster something on offense. And a feed to Dylan Arnold is lost. He hits the floor uncontested on the other end. It is Mason laying it up and in with the left hand. And whistle, and they just hit somebody on FACS. I think just got an unsportsmanlike call. No, it didn't result in any free throws. They just hit FACS, Jackson Christian with a block on their side of the court. Everybody for Jackson Christian right now looking a little bit distraught, not territory they're used to being in. Down 21 with 2:49 to play at home in the first half. Kyle Teichman going to talk it over. Let's take a 30-second pause. Back in a moment on News Talk 101.5 FM. .249 to play in the opening half. Andrew Chapman back with you from the court here at Jackson Christian School. 26-5 game. FACS dominant in this opening half on the defensive end. They've also connected for a number of three-pointers. And on their possession out of the timeout, they hit another one. That is Corey Savage from the left wing off the feed from Egbenuli. And the clock ticks towards 2:20 in the half. It's 29-5. Birch Weems on the left side of the key traveled. Faced some pressure on that side, tried to turn around and feed it back up high. And the Eagles just can't muster much of anything. Back out on the floor, actually on the floor I should say, for the first time, taking off Birch Weems. In comes Gage Boykin, the sophomore forward, who we saw put together a 5-point game on Tuesday because of a number of foul issues for Jackson Christian. Had 4 players foul out on Tuesday against Ripley High, as on the FACS side of the court. Corey Savage stepped out of bounds while looking for someone to pass to, and the clock ticks under 2 minutes. It's a 24-point lead for FACS. And Aaron Smith dribbling into the key, goes uncontested to the hoop. Will Cisco able to draw some attention near the baseline, opened up a lane, and the long scoring drought in the quarter comes to an end as Aaron Smith gets his first 2 points of the day. It's with Savage in the corner, thought about a shot. Aaron Smith guards him. The big man Egbenuli at mid-range on the right side. Throws one up, 17 feet, Manners in his face. The shot too strong. Rebound pulled down by Dylan Arnold with 1:27 to play. And drive at midcourt. The feed is dumped to Manners. A lead pass to Manners coming from Smith, and he finishes at the hoop. Nice little give and go right there. Manners in the key, fed to the top of the key to Aaron Smith, and he gave it right back to him. The Jackson Christian quarterback in football season with a nice connection there on the assist. 3 points for Manners. That leads all scorers tonight for Jackson Christian. Smith, Arnold, and Cisco with 2 points of their own. 50 seconds to play in the opening half, a 29-9 game. And it's Gage Boykin guarding Elijah Rogers up high, who lets time tick down. Rogers crosses him over, creates some space, and a feed down low is stolen away by Will Cisco, and a foul in the backcourt as Dylan Arnold got hit.
T.J. Thomas, his first. Game 6.
So clock ticks under 30. Jackson Christian ball. Dylan Arnold slowly walks it across the timeline and works from the top of the key. It is with Boykin on the wing. He gives to Manners on the left elbow. Now sweeping through the lane, Smith feeds Manners, and he got swatted. He got swatted by T.J. Thomas, who came up with the basketball, heaved it down court. And rather, that was Josh Mason with the rejection. And he threw it the length of the court to try and lead T.J. Thomas to the hoop, and it went out of bounds. So in the Jackson Christian backcourt, they'll feed along the baseline. And as the clock ticks under 10 seconds, Dylan Arnold brings it across midcourt. Gonna have a chance to take the final shot. It's with Smith on the left side wing. 2 seconds to shoot. Cisco puts it up from straight away, and he hits the three-pointer as time expires. So if you have anything to carry into the half, you at least have a three-point bucket, the first of the game for Jackson Christian, as Will Cisco now leads the way in scoring tonight with 5 points. But it is a 29-12 lead for FACS at the half. Leading scorer for the Crusaders, T.J. Thomas, who leads the way with 9. 10-minute halftime. We'll take a 3-minute pause here on News Talk 101.5 and return for the Jackson Christian Eagles halftime report. Give you some of the first half totals, look at the upcoming schedule for this Jackson Christian Eagles team, and get you set for the second half of action, as Jackson Christian going to need a lot of comebacking in them. They trail by 17, 29-12. We're back in 3 minutes on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
I can save you mega bucks if you come in right now. Now! What that really means is I jacked the price way up so I can discount it to make you think you got a deal.
Let's skip all that. Hey, my name is Sarah Beth Langley, and if you actually want to save some money, come visit my family at Jean Langley Ford in Humboldt. We are a small dealership with low overhead. We save, so you save. At Jean Langley Ford, we care about our customers. We don't want to push or trick you. We just want to earn your business, and we don't mind proving it with our low prices and excellent service. So yeah, you can be fooled into thinking you got a deal at that big, mega, huge sale, or you can skip the scam and come to Jean Langley Ford. Let my family show you Southern hospitality at its best. Kick back, have a cup of coffee, and enjoy checking out our lot. We'll give you top dollar for your trade and put you in the vehicle that you want to be in for truly the lowest price around. You really should try Jean Langley Ford before you buy. The dealership service built.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
Welcome back inside the gym here at Jackson Christian School. The Eagles enjoying their first game back at home in 2021. A long four-game road trip comes to a close out 2020, but have not given the hometown crowd too much excitement out of the gate. A 29-12 lead for FACS, who came in as the number 2 team in the state in Division II Class A with a 7-0 undefeated record, and they have looked every bit of an undefeated ball club. At 29-12, the FACS team, the Crusaders, have jumped out to a 17-point lead thanks to a 9-point game so far from TJ Thomas, but scoring throughout 5 points for Corey Savage, who's hit a 3-pointer. Josh Ward has connected from beyond the arc as well, along with Josh Mason, his 4 points, and the big man has been a issue in the paint for Jackson Christian, Daniel Egbenule. He has 3 points. But multiple blocks tonight. Kobe Wilkes has contributed 2 of his own. If you have anything to hang your hat on, so to say, for Jackson Christian, it's the fact that you were able to get a 3-pointer right as time expired in the first half. It was Will Sisko connecting for a wide-open look from the left wing. He leads the way in scoring for the Eagles with 5 points. Cameron Manners with 3 of his own. Dylan Arnold with 2. And Aaron Smith with 2 as well. So Jackson Christian with a lot of comebacking to do here in the second half. They trail by 17. I want to give you a look at the upcoming schedule for Jackson Christian as well. FACS is tonight, then Sacred Heart on the road next Tuesday, followed by a trip to Evangelical Christian. So 2 more road games. You're right back on the road. 4 games to end 2020. A quick pit stop here at Jackson Christian School, and then back on the road by the end of next week. The Jackson Christian boys will have played 6 of 7 games on the road. And then on Monday, back at home against Tipton Rosemark, a game that was originally supposed to play this week, but then due to a pushback and a rescheduling for 2 Mondays from now, the boys playing Ripley on Tuesday and losing that game by 10 points in overtime. Good thing tonight is for Jackson Christian, you don't have any of those major foul issues that you had against Ripley on Tuesday. There were 3 starters along with Birch Weems who fouled out of the game on Tuesday and really put Jackson Christian in a tough spot down the stretch where they really couldn't compete in overtime. Tonight you at least have all your healthy bodies ready to go, and foul trouble not too much of an issue for the Eagles. If you missed some of the ladies' action earlier today on WNWS.com just prior to tonight's game, the Jackson Christian Eagles opened up a massive 26-5 lead at the half over FACS and the Lady Crusaders. They go on to win in the second half 51-33, but FACS erupting for 28 points in the second half after scoring just 5 and not having much of an offense at all in the opening half. So credit the Crusaders for fighting, but the Lady Eagles get the win, and they improved to 10-5 underneath head coach Brian Freeman. Something important to note in that game, Lily Barnes, one of the star freshmen for the Lady Eagles, going down with what seemed to be a lower left leg injury. Went up for a rebound in the third quarter, came down awkwardly on that left leg, was able to walk off under her own power but had a heavy limp, later returned to the bench but did not play for the remainder of the game. And the Jackson Christian Eagles had to close the game with just six active players down the stretch, but they still go on to win tonight by an 18-point margin. Okay, let's go ahead and step aside for 1 additional minute here on the halftime report, and when we return on News Talk 101.5, give you the starting 5 for the second half. 29-12, FACS leading the Jackson Christian Eagles on a Friday night. We're back in a moment on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic Burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
So Kyle Teichman talking it over with his guys in the team huddle with 30 seconds to go in the half and a lot of adjustments to be made. And a time where Kyle Teichman going to have to really coach up his team as they trail by 17, 29-12 the score. And we're glad to welcome you back inside the gym at Jackson Christian High School. I'm Andrew Chapman. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday night. It is Jackson Christian basketball at the mid-stripe, and they inbound on the far sideline, now moving right to left across your radio dial. The Jackson Christian Eagles in those home white uniforms, FACS in the black uniforms with that green and yellow striping going down the side of the jersey and the pant leg. On the opening possession, Cameron Manners can't get a left-handed layup to fall. Back the other way with FACS and a bounce pass on the near corner, seeking Kobe Wilkes is hit out of bounds, and the Crusaders turn it over. So an empty possession for both sides to open the second half with 7:30 to play in the third quarter. FACS trying to improve to an undefeated 8-0 on the season. Jackson Christian coming in at 9-6. And outside the top rankings right now in the state. Egbenule driving through the lane. Left-handed layup, no good, was contested by Cameron Manners. Dylan Arnold gets tied up in the backcourt. Manners, after he fell to the floor, gets the basketball, going to have to get it across midcourt quickly. A bounce pass just gets across the timeline in time, and Dylan Arnold able to set on the right wing for the Eagles. Aaron Smith on the left side wing now. A mismatch guarding against Egbenule. A feed down low. Peyton Tinsley contacted underneath as he elevated. Trying to get a layup with the right hand. Instead will go to the line and try and get it the easy way, shooting two.
Foul number 25, Daniel Dunaway. At the line shooting two, Peyton Tinsley.
Tinsley makes his first shot, second on the way, too strong. It's off the back of the rim, and Egbenule comes down with the rebound. Went down to the scorer's table, did my best to try and clarify the pronunciation of Daniel Egbenule's last name, and as far as anyone else was concerned, they said it sounds about right, so we're just going to roll with it. Along the baseline, Savage nearly stepped out of bounds. FACS basketball moving from left to right. Setting the offense on the left wing, TJ Thomas. He gives over to Wilkes. Back up high. Egbenule get a try, a long three, and he hits it. His second of the game. The big man has hit a pair of three-pointers and has a nice little bit of touch to his game. 32-13 score with an even 6 minutes to play. And on the other end, Dylan Arnold answers with a three of his own. Savage in his face, and he hit it over the outstretched hand. Dylan Arnold now with 5 on the game. FACS puts up a three-pointer, and it bounces over top of the backboard. Josh Ward couldn't get it to fall. And it's Jackson Christian basketball trailing by 16. Still being doubled up on the scoreboard right now by the Crusaders, 32-16. And as Dylan Arnold crosses the timeline, a turnover, an off-ball foul, and Peyton Tinsley's hit with a shove.
Foul on the Eagles, number 23, Peyton Tinsley. His first, team first of the half.
Didn't see the foul with my own eyes. Peyton Tinsley not happy about it. 5:30 to go in the quarter. Ball up high, top of the key. Now over to the left wing with Josh Ward. Savage guarded by Arnold. It's in the near side corner. And FACS looking for an angle. They throw it all the way across the perimeter along the baseline. Ward spins against Manners, kicks into the near side corner. Incoming three off the front of the rim. And the rebound grabbed by Aaron Smith. TJ Thomas, the man putting up the three-point shot. And working near the free throw line, Will Cisco backing down his defender. He gives to Arnold a switch, and now a pass into the near side corner. Baseline feed. Arnold pops back out to the corner and is double teamed up high. A mismatch. Arnold, the point guard, being guarded by the center right now on the left wing. You got to try and find that mismatch. It's underneath with Peyton Tinsley, but now it's Will Cisco on the right wing. Feed, kick out to Aaron Smith. Cameron Manners gives to Smith, who drives through the lane, puts it up with the right hand, and was obstructed on his way to the hoop. Daniel Egbenyule commits the foul, and Aaron Smith will shoot his first free throws with 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Trying to cut the game to 14, and Smith's first shot is well too soft, just nicked the front of the rim. Trying to go 1 for 2. Shot is up, shot is good. Aaron Smith with 3. Arnold and Cisco leading the way in scoring tonight for the Eagles with 5 apiece. It's a 32-17 game with 4:17 on the clock in the third quarter. And Josh Ward working into the key, kicks out. Here comes a three-pointer, uncontested from the left wing. Can't connect. And the Eagles come up with it. Trying to put together a little bit of a run, and a foul as Dylan Arnold pressed the ball up the near sideline, and Kobe Wilkes shoved off his third personal. Might be a strategy now for Jackson Christian, try and play aggressive and get the Crusaders into a bit of foul trouble. Cameron Manners, he feeds to Aaron Smith along the wing. Smith thought he was going to continue along the baseline, tried to get it back to Manners, and he sailed it out of bounds. So back with FACS, Josh Ward brings it across the timeline, a 32-17 lead for the undefeated Crusaders. And Will Cisco stole the ball away. He stripped Josh Ward, picked his pocket, and on the other end beats a defender and lays it in with a right hand. Will Cisco doing it all alone. He gets the steal, and on the other end finishes with the bucket. He now has a team-high 7. Timeout on the floor. Kyle Teichman going to talk it over. The lead cut to 13. It's 32-19. Let's take a 30-second pause on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
.325 to play in the third quarter from Jackson Christian High School, 32-19. FACS leading the Eagles, but they've put together a nice little run, cut a 16-point deficit down to 13, and underneath the hoop, they're able to create some traffic and steal away the ball. Back with Jackson Christian, moving from right to left. It is Aaron Smith dribbling to the free throw line. Bounce pass feed to Cameron Manners. He went all the way to the rim with the left hand, got rejected by Josh Ward, but a foul is called. So Cameron Manners will go to the line. Josh Ward now with 3 personals. Kobe Wilkes and Josh Ward in a little bit of foul trouble now with 3:01 to play in the quarter. And Cameron Manners hits his first free throw. FACS not going to any substitutes. And Cameron Manners got the second shot to hang on the rim and fall. Will Cisco still leading the way in scoring with 7. Dylan Arnold and Cameron Manners have contributed 5 of their own, and the lead has been cut to 11. Off the block, a turnaround jump shot. It's too short for Josh Ward, and Peyton Tinsley able to come down with the rebound. Jackson Christian with a chance to cut it to double digits here, but Dylan Arnold is dispossessed on the top of the key, and at midcourt, Peyton Tinsley collides with Kobe Wilkes in transition and picks up a foul.
Foul penalty with number 23, Peyton Tinsley, his second, team second of the half.
Second personal foul for Peyton Tinsley. Good thing, though, for Jackson Christian. Nobody in foul trouble like on Tuesday night at Ripley High when 4 players fouled out, including 3 starters, Peyton Tinsley and Cameron Manners, both big men. Savage on the wing, feeds Egbenule, and at the free throw line as he worked his way through the lane, he traveled. The Crusaders center took one too many steps, and it's back with the Eagles. We've got to try and take advantage of some of these extra possessions coming off an FACS turnover that we have not seen much of tonight. 2:10 on the clock in the third quarter. Aaron Smith faked the shot, drove towards the hoop, created some space for himself, but the shot looped over the top of the rim. Egbenule driving along the baseline, a hop step, and he traveled again. Back-to-back traveling calls for the Crusaders center. So Jackson Christian basketball. Josh Ward shadowing Dylan Arnold as he brings it across midcourt. And 1:45 on the clock in the third quarter. Arnold over to Manners, swings to Birch Weems, who's newly entered into the game. And Manners, as he was trying to work towards the bucket, kind of went shoulder to shoulder with TJ Thomas, and the ball fed from Weems went out of bounds. Manners was looking for an off-ball foul, didn't get it. And now with FACS, they have it on the left wing. Will Cisco guarding closely. Now Dylan Arnold, top of the key. Left side block. Egbenule feeds TJ Thomas, but a charge called, an offensive foul against Egbenule.
Offensive foul on FACS number 25. Egbenule, his third. Team fifth.
.115 to play, back with Jackson Christian. A bunch of empty possessions right now for FACS. A 29-12 game at half. FACS scoring just 3 points altogether since the halftime break. And after a missed shot from Jackson Christian, Will Cisco got tied up underneath. And a jump ball is called on the alternating possession. The Crusaders will take over. Jackson Christian is trailed by as many as 17. Found themselves back in this game, though, with 45 seconds to play. Egbenule along the baseline, tries to kick it back out high. Ball got away from TJ Thomas, was able to save it before it went into the backcourt. And a near side corner feed, a baseline dribble, a reverse layup, no good. And Egbenule was able to clean it up, and as he was falling to the floor, threw it up with the left hand and got the shot. Was looking for the foul, didn't get it, but the big man now with the team second high, 8 points. 15 seconds on the clock, and the Jackson Christian Eagles can hold on for the final shot. It's with Will Cisco, who hit a three-pointer as time expired in the first half. 5 seconds on the clock. Dylan Arnold gets it. He's in the corner, double team, feeds Manners. Baseline shot, no good. It's an air ball, and as time expires, the Eagles unable to muster anything down the stretch. 34-21 the score after 3 quarters of play. Jackson Christian, some positive stuff to take out of that quarter. They outscore FACS and hold them to just 5 third quarter points. We'll take you down the final 8 minutes after a minute break on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com. Keep it here.
Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin. Just like in the game of football, it could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor, Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today, 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. KimberlyEvans.com.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at Old Country.
Final 8 minutes underway from Jackson Christian High School. Andrew Chapman welcoming you back inside the gym. The Eagles trailing by 13, 34-21. They have the basketball to open the quarter and have it on the left wing with Aaron Smith. He gives to Dylan Arnold, who tries to create some space in the lane. Doesn't get any. He gets swallowed up down there. Aaron Smith now with the ball up high. On the kick out, he loses the ball. Aaron Smith gets dispossessed. A 2-on-1 on the other end. Cameron Manners able to obstruct the path to the hoop, but he commits a foul, and TJ Thomas goes all the way to the cup and finishes. TJ Thomas with a chance at a three-point play. The Crusaders' leading scorer now with 11. And Danielle Brooks subbing on for Aaron Smith. Shot up for Thomas, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. So Thomas can't convert the three-point effort. And Will Cisco, double-teamed, brings it across half court. Tinsley feeds Dylan Arnold up high. Jackson Christian's point guard dribbling between the legs and gives to Peyton Tinsley at the top of the key. Now a baseline feed, looking for Cameron Manners. Sails past the man down low. Tried to sneak it past Josh Ward, but pass a little bit off target, and Manners couldn't reach it with an outstretched arm. Clock under 7 seconds in regulation, a 36-21 score. Jackson Christian trailing, and a baseline feed flies out of bounds towards the FACS bench. Back with the Eagles. And 6:54 to play. Eagles moving from right to left. And Dylan Arnold gives to Peyton Tinsley on the wing. Now it's with Danielle Brooks, recently subbed in. Brooks being guarded by Savage. He gives back over to Dylan Arnold, who's hanging out at the top of the key. Going to try a contested three-pointer. Too strong, hit off the back of the bank and ricocheted off the rim. Loose ball collected at midcourt by FACS. Now tied up in the near corner on the baseline. It is Thomas who's able to get it back up high to the big man, Egbenule, at the top of the key. And now from the left wing, a contested three-pointer, no good from Thomas. Peyton Tinsley contested the shot. And fighting for the rebound down low, there was a shove by FACS, and Jackson Christian will get the possession. But Coach Wilkes for FACS urging his guys to press in the backcourt. And Will Cisco able to bring it across the timeline. A 3-on-1 on the other end. Spinning in the lane. Manners throws one up with the right hand. It hangs out on the rim and falls for two. So Manners now with 7. Tied for the team high with Will Cisco. And on the other end, a blocking foul. Cameron Manners going to be hit with the personal. The big man, Daniel Egbenule, was down there. And before I write down the tally on the foul for Cameron Manners, we'll count the foul and count the bucket, evidently. The officials came together, conferenced, and were debating on whether the blocking foul was also while the shot was in progress as well. And with a little bit of a wet spot on the floor, Kyle Teichman going to head out there to the key and help mop it up. Shout out to head coach Kyle Teichman for playing double duty right now. Head coach and floor manager. So a 38-23 lead, 15-point advantage for the Crusaders as they look to continue their undefeated season and improve to 8-0. And after the made shot, Egbenule puts up the chance at a three-point effort, and his free throw is good. So the three-point play converted And TJ Thomas and Egbenule now tied for the team lead with 11 points. It is a 39-23 game, lead back up to 16. Jackson Christian's trailed by as many as 17 in this game. A nice no-look feed from Manners led Aaron Smith all the way to the hoop. And as he tried to go up and under, he was hit from behind. And a foul against TJ Thomas, second personal. Aaron Smith will shoot 2 shots. He has 3 points on the game. And his first free throw bangs off the front of the rim and goes in. Smith, second is perfect. Aaron Smith, 2 for 2. Substitute coming on. It is Danier Brooks. Cameron Manners will sub off the floor for the Eagles. So downsizing a little bit there. Peyton Tinsley, the lone big man, and now a feed to the point guard Savage, who was cutting through the lane. It led him right to the bucket, but a contested shot by Cisco led to the missed layup. 5:20 to play in the game. Danier Brooks on the wing, gives to Smith in the corner. Smith, left wing, Cisco. Some trickery as they hand the ball off to Dylan Arnold up high. And now to Aaron Smith in the left side corner. Peyton Tinsley asking for the ball down in the paint, doesn't get it. And Jackson Christian just turned the ball over. Dylan Arnold trying to come sweeping around the perimeter and get the handoff, but the transfer was bobbled, and the ball trickled out of bounds. And even 5 minutes to play. And the Eagles trailing by 14, 29-25. It was a 29-12 lead, 17 points at halftime for the Crusaders. And looking back on it, Jackson Christian's actually trailed by as many as 20 tonight, so they've been able to cut into the deficit. And Will Cisco along the interior of the key in the low block down there, put up a shot, had a couple of guys in his face. He drew the foul. So Will Cisco will shoot 2, chance to bring it back to a 12-point game. And he makes the first. Now leads the way in scoring with 8. An update coming in about 15 minutes ago. Halftime between TCA and ECS. ECS leading Trinity 25-14. That game working its way down the stretch as well. We'll try and get you a final score as quick as we can in that one. Will Cisco hit both free throws, and on the other end, FACS answers with a 3-pointer. Josh Ward connects from the right side wing. And they steal it away at midcourt. And Egbenule dunks it with 2 hands on the other end. The big man slamming it down. So just like that, a 5-point swing. And Peyton Tinsley on the other end. Contested layup, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it up for 2. So Peyton Tinsley able to respond. But it is all FACS tonight at Jackson Christian. Timeout on the floor, 44-29. The Eagles trailing by 15 with 4:05 to play. Let's take a 30-second break, and we're right back to the gym on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5 FM.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Out of the timeout, Kyle Teichman talking it over with the Eagles. 4:05 to play. Andrew Chapman welcoming you back inside the gym at Jackson Christian School. 44-29 the score. And FACS working from left to right across your dial. Trying to improve to a perfect 8-0 on the year. Newly entered into the game is Josh Mason, who had 4 first-half points. Pass looking for Savage was knocked away by the Eagles into the backcourt, but FACS gets it back, quickly brings it towards the bucket, works it from baseline to perimeter, and a feed. Deeks Manners, and it is Josh Mason laying it up uncontested with the left hand. He has 6 newly entered into the game. A lot of bench depth and a really solid starting five for FACS, one of the most challenging teams Jackson Christian has played all year. Dylan Arnold tried to cut into the deficit with a three-pointer. He came up a little short, and it's back with the Crusaders with 3:15 on the clock and counting. Working it from left to right, beyond the three-point line, now along the baseline, a kick out, left wing three incoming. It swirls in and out, but it is Corey Savage coming up with the offensive rebound. Kobe Wilkes going to try one again. That one swirls out, another offensive rebound, a feed, bounce pass to Josh Ward, and an uncontested finish with a right-handed layup. So 3 shots on that possession, and they finally get the underneath bucket. And the lead is all the way back up to 19. Gage Boykin, the sophomore, has checked back in for Jackson Christian. And FACS with it. Aiden Ford in the game for the first time now for FACS. Getting our first look at him. Along with Tyler Pegas. Pegas also on the floor for the first time tonight as FACS unloads a little bit of that bench, leading by 19 with 2:16 to play. Contested layup thrown up with a right hand. TJ Thomas couldn't get it to go. Jackson Christian with the rebound, and Will Cisco brings it across midcourt. Spins in the lane, kicks out, finds Boykin. Boykin throws up a three, and he got it. Corner three, Gage Boykin on the board once again. Contributed late on Tuesday, and he gets in the score column against a difficult FACS team with the second three-pointer of the night for the Eagles. 30-second timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout on the broadcast. Back in a moment here at Jackson Christian High School.
Your daughter got her learner's permit. And to celebrate, you're on your way to get her favorites at McDonald's. And you let her drive. Now, if you could just make it to the drive-thru, enjoying the journey together, that's something to value.
Choose your $3 bundle. Pair either the deliciously cheesy McDouble or the boldly seasoned hot and spicy McChicken with small fries. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
.159 to play. Kyle Teichman taking another timeout to talk it over with his guys. Gage Boykin getting into the score column a moment ago with a three-pointer. It was a nice-looking shot. High arcing three, hand in his face, and he was able to drill it. And FACS, right out of the timeout, get a three-pointer of their own. Josh Mason hits one from the left wing, and he now has 9. It is a 51-31 game. And the Eagles have it with Boykin on the wing. Closely guarded by Pegas, and Pegas stole it away. Boykin was trying to feed it into the key, and on the other end, the layup is missed. That was actually Elijah Rogers that stole it from Boykin, went coast to coast and couldn't finish. An off-ball foul will give it back to the Eagles with 1:25 to play. They trailed by 19. It's 51-32. Lady Eagles coming off a win earlier tonight, if you joined us late, winning by 18. And a travel underneath the hoop. Newly entered into the game was Zane White. He had the ball stolen away, but rushed to the other end of the court and was able to obstruct Pegas on his way to the hoop and forced him to travel. So Birch Weems into the game as well, along with Manners. Freshly on the floor as well, sophomore Jaden Irvin making an appearance tonight. Cameron Manners beyond the free throw line, feeds Dylan Arnold, fakes a shot along the right wing, doesn't get the defender to deke, now feeds along the baseline, Weems out to Irvin. Irvin tries a three, and he can't get it. Manners, though, with the offensive rebound. Turnaround floater is good, hung on the rim, and he got it to fall with 43.1 on the clock. Manners with 2 points. We'll go ahead and keep it with you right here in the gym. Actually, this is a 30-second timeout on the floor with 41.3 to play. Running you over some of the scoring totals tonight for Jackson Christian. Aaron Smith with 5, Dylan Arnold with 5, overall, everything pretty well distributed. Will Cisco with 9 points of his own. Cameron Manners with 9 as well. And Jackson Christian's done a good job of not getting into foul trouble tonight. But for FACS, they've hit multiple three-pointers. And the big man, Daniel Egbenule, has been pretty dominant down low. He leads the way in scoring with 13. Josh Ward with 9. TJ Thomas with 11 for FACS. And Josh Mason off the bench having a good night as well. He has 9 points. So the clock ticking to an even 40 seconds. And FACS slowly bringing it up the court as Jaden Irvin guards the man up high. It is with Pegas in the right wing. Cross perimeter pass stolen down in the paint as FACS tried to get it down to the block. Jaden Irvin able to steal it away. 20 seconds to go. Dylan Arnold brings it up the floor. Boykin, Zane White out there as well. Boykin from straight away, or rather, yeah, that's Boykin. He hit another three-pointer from straight away. Gage Boykin 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. He has 6 points tonight. Dead-eye shooter Gage Boykin, the sophomore, showing off as the clock ticks down to 2-1 and 0. This ball game's over. And a nice little highlight reel put together by Gage Boykin down the stretch. Something to take out of tonight. The sophomore been getting hot this past week and taking advantage of some of that playing time. The final score, 51-37. FACS continues their undefeated season. They improve to 8-0. As for Jackson Christian, they fall and are now 9-7. Back-to-back losses this week. Tough week for the Jackson Christian boys, who've now lost 3 of their last 4, and will go back on the road next week, albeit nowhere too far. Sacred Heart and Evangelical ECS up this upcoming Tuesday and Friday. So final totals tonight. The leading scorer for FACS, Daniel Egbenule, he improves, or rather has 13 points. The big man with 3 fouls as well. Josh Mason off the bench with 9. Josh Ward, he had 9 points of his own. And TJ Thomas, the second highest scorer tonight for FACS with 11. For Kyle Teichman's group, well distributed across the board. Gage Boykin hitting a couple of threes down the stretch. Dylan Arnold contributing with 5 points of his own. He was pressured all night, and you could tell he got pretty gassed by the end of tonight's action. Aaron Smith with 5 points, Will Cisco with 9, and Cameron Manners tying Cisco for the team lead with 9 of his own. Peyton Tinsley really couldn't get it going too much tonight either. Just 1 bucket for 2 points for the big man, Peyton Tinsley. Final score, 51-37. Jackson Christian back in action at Tuesday night. At Sacred Heart, and then Evangelical Christian next Friday. And we will make sure we give you broadcast information for those of you that cannot attend those games. Make sure to tune in to WNWS.com. A big thanks to Go Around to producing tonight's broadcast. First and foremost, our guys here at Worthy Road Studios, Gary and Lawson pushing the buttons, getting us online tonight, bringing us Jackson Christian girls and boys action via a beautiful video feed tonight at the gym. And our guy Cam back in studio. Big thanks to him running the board, running the breaks, switching through broadcasts from Union over here to Jackson Christian. We appreciate his work in the studio as well. We appreciate all the viewers tuning in tonight, and are always glad to bring you Jackson Christian basketball week after week as we continue through this crazy season. But we'll keep chugging on until next Tuesday at Sacred Heart. I'm Andrew Chapman saying so long from the gym at Jackson Christian High School. Have a wonderful, safe weekend and a happy Friday night to you. So long.